Poverty is not natural. It is man-made, and it can be overcome and eradicated by the actions of human beings.
In South Africa, July is celebrated as Nelson Mandela Month, culminating in Nelson Mandela International Day on the 18th of July. This month is a time for South Africans and people around the world to reflect on Nelson Mandela's legacy and to participate in acts of service and kindness inspired by his values of reconciliation, equality, and social justice. Each year, Mandela Month is celebrated under a specific theme that guides the various activities and programs. In 2025, Mandela Month will be celebrated under the theme "It's still in our hands to combat poverty and inequity." In the Eastern Cape Province, the celebrations of Madiba Month come just a few weeks after the launch of Phase 5 of the Basic Education Employment Initiative, BEEI, which took place on the 13th of June 2025 in Dordrecht at the Chris Hani West Education District.
So we are very excited about this project because it is not only here to create work opportunities, but we are going to have focused skills development programs that are going to ensure that young people that are participating in the project, they've got clear exit pathways where they'll be given opportunities that will make them be able to survive outside the project.
As part of commemorating Madiba Month, the BEI program will be launching the first season of the video series entitled Celebrating Young High Flyers in the Education Sector, which will be posted on various media platforms during the month of July to profile and celebrate the extraordinary achievements of selected young people in the education sector whose lives are the embodiment of Madiba's values and ideals. By highlighting the specific actions and strategies that led to the success of these young high flyers, the BEEI team is inculcating the ethos of Madiba and hopes that the education assistants and general school assistants will learn from these radical and extraordinary examples during the duration of their BEEI contracts and beyond. It's high time that we are radical about development and the transformation of the Eastern Cape Province.
Who Premier always says, let's create the Eastern Cape that we want, and our MEC is saying it's high time that we are radical about development. We will explain ourselves later on the strategies that we have employed, as long as the strategies are there to address what needs to be addressed in the Eastern Cape.
Get ready to be enchanted by these young movers and shakers, go-getters, hustlers, powerhouses, live wires, eager beavers, busy bees, fireballs, human dynamos. We could not find one word that sums up who they are, what makes them tick, and their impressive accomplishments. These are some of the high flyers you can expect to see in season 1 of this video series. Ms. Tulisile Wakula, who hails from Esikobeni village in Mthatha and whose career in teaching started in 2020 as an education assistant, having achieved a 100% pass in history with a high number of distinctions almost every year since 2021. She received an award from the MEC for Education as the best history teacher in 2025. Next up will be Blake Hutton, a 17-year-old grade 9 learner from Gqeberha, who is the first blind learner in the Eastern Cape Province to be successfully integrated to mainstream schooling, a huge achievement for the future of inclusive education in this province. Mr. Siyanda Chitelo, a highly performing mathematics teacher from Bizana, who is currently representing the Eastern Cape Province in the National Schools Choral Music Competition as a choir conductor. A team of 4 young computer programmers, namely Ishanopa, Mtokozisi, Yamkela and Tembelani, who are currently housed at the broadcasting studio in Sterling, East London, where they are developing the much needed apps to improve information technology efficiency in the office of the HOD and other units of the Eastern Cape Department of Education. Mr. Nkululo Mtyengizane, an educator from Gqeberha, whose grade 12 learners from a school based in Motherwell Township achieved the highest number of distinctions in mathematics in the whole country, even surpassing the Quintile 5 schools which serve the least poor poor communities. Ms. Zandisiwe Ngayo from Danzane, who came second place nationally when she represented the Eastern Cape province as the best educator in physical sciences. Ms. Nonsikelelo Nana Kwezi, who has been the provincial data analyst during the past 4 phases of the Presidential Youth Employment Initiative, responsible for training department officials, school management teams, and data capturers on the utilization of ICT systems to ensure smooth project implementation and timeous payment of stipends to EAs and GSAs. And lastly but not least, 3 young school principals who are all in the age range of 33 to 34 years, whose rural-based schools have registered a constant upward trajectory in academic performance and stability since they assumed their positions. These young dynamic school principals include Mr. Ncedo Siyangapi of Osborne Senior Secondary School in Kwapata, Mr. Ngosifikile Mbewu of Makaula Senior Secondary School also in Kwapata, and Mr. Sifiso Makaula of Dumkhana Senior Secondary School in Mthatha. As you follow the next 10 episodes of this video series, you will note that almost all the profiled high achievers came from very humble beginnings and impoverished backgrounds, but have used education, determination, and courage to rise above their circumstances. By recognizing the excellence and hard work of the selected young high flyers, the BEEI program is actively using the lives of other youth to promote the replication of best practices to empower EAs and GSAs as part of upskilling them both for their temporary jobs during BEEI and even beyond when they have exited the program.